What's going on YouTube? This is SP Gamma aka Silzek Showcase from Mockingbird Gaming, and welcome to another one of my Pokemon Showdown videos. This is episode 5, and if you haven't realised already, I am commentating over this due to the fact that my screen recorder didn't record my audio, which was stupid. If this game is a little bit laggy, I am sorry. I was messing about with some of the Microsoft Expression settings, and that's what I used to record. I use Microsoft Expression Encoder. So again, my team is standard. I've got my Washington lead, which is normal, my Mega Ampharos, my Fortress, my Scrafty, Latios, and Heatran. Yeah, so not bad. Again, my Washington uses the normal set, and during this game, I was really upset that my audio went, because I thought I played quite tactically. Like, for example, I looked up some moves and base stats and stuff. Obviously, I have a horrendous start with getting rid of my Washington due to a misclick. I meant to click Volt Switch, and I accidentally clicked Hydro Pump. So I'm looking into this Charizard Mega Y. I predicted it was going to be Mega Y. I cut a little bit at the start because this dude was taking forever. Literally, the timer went on, like, I waited a good, minute or so before I opened the timer, and then the timer came on, and a couple of seconds he waited. So I predicted Charizard to go for an Air Slash or something, so that's why I brought in the Heatran, as it would take it the best. Again, yeah, sorry for the laggy footage, if it's even laggy, because it's laggy for me on playback. It probably won't be if I've rendered it. Again, look at this time taken. So, yeah, what I would like to say to you is, his team. His team was quite odd. I've never really seen a Pidgeotto used. There's Pidgeotto, Golduck, Charizard Y, Gliscor. Gliscor's one of those annoying Pokemon I've ever faced in my life. It's purely because all it does, all Gliscors run the same set. Substitute, Toxic, Protect, EQ. I think this Gliscor had one move different, or not, maybe I'm wrong. So that D-Pulse, yeah, didn't use a lot of damage. It did pop my air balloon. It doesn't let me watch playback on here due to a little bit of lag. This is why I'm asking you, like, if there's any lag, and if there was, I'm really sorry. This episode is quite short, however, and that EQ does take me out, and unfortunately that was my own fault, because I didn't know, I forgot Gliscor's carry EQ during that battle, and yeah, I was raging inside the little audio, so it's a good job my audio cuts out a little bit, because I only recorded the start of mine, and then it cuts out at the end, a bit of voice crack there. No, I was wondering what to come out. I was hoping he'd go into a substitute here, or some sort of stalling move. So I brought my Ed in just to set up my Toxic Spikes. My Rock's already up thanks to my Heatran. I'm going to try and maybe use a different team next time I play, because this team is great that I'm using. I think I've only lost once with it. Yeah, I think there's only one loss so far with this team. But yeah, basically what I mean by road to 100 wins is the fact that if I win 100 times, that's it, end of series, and then I'll average a score per game out of how many games I've played and how many, I'll average a score like that. So that'll be season 1 and then season 2, and then I'll hopefully get season 2 out, or I might do something else. Might do there are other ideas down the line which I'll play with Ben Smurfy. He's doing his own. At the moment he's doing a Football Manager series, so go check that out if you want to. Subscribe to our channel if you want to watch him and my own things, my own stuff, so you get regular updates. Yeah, so we're thinking of doing some sort of a co-op kind of Pokemon game. I'm not going to, reveal too much, because it will come out in the next 6 months or so, depending on our next series, which will be Hunger Games MCPPP. So yeah, during this commentary I remember here is when I was thinking of the fact that I've never faced a Dusknoir. I've known of it, like, I've watched other people Wi-Fi battles, and they've been faced against a Dusknoir, and it is pretty powerful, but in this game it didn't cause me that much pain. I was predicting the switch here as well. I used Hidden Power, and then he used Psychic, which threw me off guard, and if for a fact the Mega Ampharos couldn't take another Psychic. So, I think, what do I do here? Do I go for a T-Wave? He goes for a Sucker Punch, that was it, and then I go for a T-Wave. So yeah, we're thinking of doing some more stuff to our channel. We're regularly uploading now, which is a good thing. I tend to record on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I should be recording more, but due to A-levels, I'm quite busy. So yeah, I was 2 Pokemon down by this point. I don't really want a third, but due to the Dusknoir being slower, I might as well just keep my Ampharos in. My London look. It's called London look because, actually, if you'll figure it out for yourself if you if you watch adverts on TV, it's quite common. Anyways, I think my Scrafty got a bit of game time in here. I'm always like a little bit upset over my Scrafty because he never really gets to get used much. Like he's occasionally used, and I predicted that Sucker Punch, which made me bring in my Scrafty. The D-Dance was pretty, useful here, but that Blizzard does miss. Blizzard and Focus Blast and stuff like that do tend to miss, especially Stone Edge. Stone Edge is the worst. But with my Gengar, I tend to, well, when I run a Gengar set, I run Focus Blast. But normally that it works for me, Focus Blast. It normally hits, because that's how I've been taking out Excadrills left, right, and centre. Because I've got a separate account where I test teams out, so I don't have to use them on here. Because I don't know if any of you ever realise at the end of the what's called the chat on the right hand side of the screen. Well, yeah, the right hand side of the screen. It'll come up with my ladder score. That stays the same. Normally, so one after the game, so it's like playing one after the other, so I don't ruin it. So I record every game that I play on this account. So I've only got 2 accounts. The other one's just for team testing, really. I've tested out so far a Hail team. Again, just a separate team for this, which is a Gengar team, a Mega Venusaur team. I think you saw that on the day where I lost, actually, which was quite disappointing, which I felt was quite upsetting. But anyway, this Gliscor is a major threat. I decided to just sack off my Ampharos, but it decided to Aerial Ace instead of EQing, which was frustrating. This video is only about, what, about 10 minutes? Or about, I'd say about 10, 11, something around there. It was a lot longer. It was about, what, 13, 14, but I made some cuts along the way. Surely you haven't noticed them. Well, hopefully anyway. I haven't changed anything at all about this team. I've just left this team as it is. If you're curious, I still do the player of the match thing. It doesn't come up on screen anymore because editing times and stuff. I know it doesn't take long, but I've got other things to do. But Jim I think he's got two over the time, and my other team when I played, one of them had them. But Latios is one of my favourite legendaries there ever is, and it's in OU. I should try and use UU Pokemons and stuff like that, but meh. I like my team. I don't think I've even got one Pokemon that's not in OU. Actually, is Scrafty OU? Hold on, let's have a quick look. Let's open up Google Chrome. Scrafty. On Smogon, it is UU. No, it's openly used. Oh, it might be in the Limbo category at the moment. Or I might just be wrong. By the time you listen to this, it might change. So, but when I'm recording this, it's UU. So yeah, my gym is there. He's got a pretty decent moveset. I use my gym over, let's say, a Gengar. It's because of the speed. I think Gengar's speed is lower than a Latios, and besides, the Latios has got more bulk to it as well. Oh no, they've got the same base speed actually, and attack. Oh, let me have a look. Latios. I've never really looked at Latios' base attack actually, so let's have a look at that now. Latios' base attack is 130, while Gengar's is 130. That's weird. They both got the same special attack and speed, but Latios has a hell of a lot more bulk. It's got 80 base HP, while Gengar's got 60, and the defenses are almost, what, 20 more on each one? Yeah, minimum. So yeah, the Charizard fainted, and I'm guessing so did the Gliscor at this time. So this Latios is on my gym is on a roll. I tend to use a Charge Beam here, I think, just to up my special attack for the future. And I did that without even thinking about Pidgeot's kind of weaknesses. Again, I've never seen anyone run a Pidgeot, so kudos to Rodrigo.Ibanez. Yeah, so kudos to him for using a Pokemon that I've never really seen. Yeah. Gengar, I want to run a team with Gengar, like I've done before. I used to run a Trick Room team, it was like one of my first teams I've ever made. It had a Bronzong as the Trick Room god, or goddess, well it hasn't really got a gender. But that was my Trick Room go-to guy, and then it had other Pokemon along the way. I've loved using Wobbuffet. I mean, you've seen the amount of flipping people over Wobbuffet on the team. It's just, Wobbuffet is basically a suicide mission, right? You bring in a Wobbuffet to destroy the other Pokemon. Like, it's basically suicide. It's like bringing a Mega Banette for Destiny Bond, for example. It's something like the equivalent to that. So my gym did take out the Pidgeot. It's Pidgeot, isn't it? Yeah. Pidgeot with another move, which is pretty useful. Got 1.5 times special attack. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've never really seen a Golduck use either. Golduck I found was a really annoying Pokemon. I didn't think it was good in any way. I mean, this guy unfortunately didn't get to use him much. And Electivire. I still don't have a strong opinion on Electivire, purely because I love Elekid, due to me having Pokemon Crystal as a kid. And yeah, I loved it. I love my Electivire, Elekid. And then I evolved an Electabuzz, and Electabuzz was awesome. Electivire wasn't around then. And I never really, when I got to Diamond and Pearl and stuff, I didn't really know how to evolve it. So I obviously know now with the Electrizer, and with Magmar into Magmortar, it's similar. So this Energy Ball takes out that Golduck. Good job, this guy didn't stall out this game. Fair play to him. Anyway, that's been a good game. This has been Suzex Jokers, aka SP Gamma from Mockingbird Gaming. Please like if you like, and yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, the game's still going. Oh, it's lag. There's a massive muck up there because there's a huge lag while Camtasia is doing my rendering playback. There's a huge lag here. So yeah, he still got his Electivire out. That made me sound like a right idiot. But his Electivire, I don't think he wants to bring it out just because he knows that Jim will sort it out with one hit, I believe. I didn't know what to go for. I remember looking at Electivire's base stats, and I think its defense was quite low. Let me double check what I thought. Electivire. Yep, sort it right. Because I remember looking at something, and yes, I think I did use Psyshot there, and that was awesome. So this has been SP Gamma from Mockingbird Gaming. Leave a like if you like, subscribe for more, and adios.